Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on the new A-level updates, and basically the government are really just saying and doing whatever they want. Released by the Sunday Times that there is some kerfuffle with the A-levels. The last video there was a leaked message from the Daily Mail Express journalists saying that there's most likely going to be optional exams, and now today on the 21st of February they're saying that results day is going to be in early August, and there's going to be 2 weeks where there's going to be, you know, people able to contend their results and say they're really low or whatever. Also the deadlines, so it's just not really looking the best. So the headline of the Times article is about the summer schools that they want to have, and you know, extra lessons for all of the children that have missed out of a lot of school, and you know, there's gonna be tutoring and lots of things like that. You know, they've missed out on sport and all of that, so that's fine. I think that's good for the children of the future that have missed out on a lot of time, so they'll be able to just, you know, have a fun time with their friends and get those social skills, especially for the young children in like primary school and stuff. So that's good. And Boris Johnson will be giving a 3-point plan. And then the article continues to say how they're going to give more funding to poorer schools that, you know, can't afford all of the things that they need. And that is just, you know, we need to scroll down to see the rest of things that are relevant to A-level. So apparently this is what Boris Johnson is going to announce tomorrow, so Monday, and that's good to know because there was some contention on whether the results of the A-level consultation would be on Monday the 22nd, and then it was coming out that it would actually be released on Thursday. So, you know, just pushing back things as much as possible. We've also had all the kerfuffle with the private exam centres because the deadline for them is the 21st of February, so today Sunday, and AQA said that they're still going to have late fees, but they're going to refund them to people. So that's not really what you want to hear, but hopefully they'll really take into consideration that it's not a good idea to profiteer off people booking an exam, not knowing if there's an exam or not. I'm really hoping people won't be taken advantage of because of the late fees with booking in an exam centre. So then they're saying, we are acutely aware that people's mental health has been impacted by not seeing their friends or playing sport. So, okay, yeah, we're all missing PE. It says he, being Boris Johnson, will also confirm that teachers will decide what GCSE and A-level grades pupils will be awarded this summer after exams were cancelled because of the pandemic. So that is very much giving exams are cancelled because of the pandemic and not any optional exams, normal full exams like people have been advocating for with the petition and all of that. They're also saying that with the teacher assessed grades, they won't have to use any previous data from last year or from the year before to distribute their grades. They can just give absolutely any grade they want, which is questionable, but you know, I understand that with COVID they just want it to be more lenient. The main part of the article in the middle of the body of the text says that according to the exam regulator's website that's going to be released later, results day will be 2 weeks earlier, and those 2 weeks are going to be used so that they have time to process all of the appeals that people will be giving in, saying that they were unfairly given a bad grade or whatever. Universities bracing themselves for a chaotic summer, warning that they may have already filled their places by the time appeals are decided. So that is saying clearing is looking a bit rough, and you know, people that have fairly gotten their grades appealed may still lose out on their place because of the lack of spaces. And for the teacher assessed grades, they will be sent in mid-June, so soon. The boards will send out test papers to schools, but it will be up to teachers to decide whether pupils will sit the mini exams drawn up by the boards. So for private candidates, it's seeming like it's going to be the centre assessed grades, the tags, whatever. So we need to get a centre that is willing to give these exams, and that is quite worrying. It's just giving another layer of stress having to pay for these exams. And for me, where I live, there are literally no exam centres at all, so I'd have to go hours to go to a centre, an exam centre, as they're not very well spread out in this country. So, you know, for 2 subjects, that's 6 exams. And with these mini exams, who knows how they could be broken up. It's giving AS vibes where, you know, it's like core 1, core 2, core 3, core 4, and then it's loads of exams instead of just sitting in one sitting. So I'm a bit apprehensive about that. They're saying, you know, considering some schools have had more months of lockdown than others, given tier 4, tier 3 and all that, there's going to be no arrangement for that, or no allowance for that. But to end the article, they say they interviewed a headmaster in Wimbledon, King's College School, Wimbledon, which I assume is like a private school or something. And the head teacher is saying the entire job of judge and jury is on the teachers in schools, and it is terrible responsibility. I know of really good schools where there are still some parents pursuing legal action against last summer's results. So these private schools are getting sued, as they should be, because, you know, all the private candidates, all the people that had Gcses last year have been left to dust. So very disappointing to see, but I guess good to know that some parents have got enough money to sue people over this. Let me just say, I think Gavin Newsom should resign. The article just ends with them saying they don't want any child left behind and they need to make up for lost learning. So it's not really it. So what are my thoughts on this? Very disappointed, but I suppose not surprised, though I'm slightly surprised that there are no optional exams. Though from this government, can you expect any forward planning or organisation? Apparently not. And, you know, to think the consultation came out months ago, they could have done the consultation earlier, but it's taken them this long to process the results, and, you know, they're leaking it to the Times earlier so that once we're told, you know, it softens the blow. But at the moment it is literally 9 o'clock Sunday, so yeah, it's just very disappointing. From this, I think what we need to do is all book all these expensive exam centres where they do give you SAGs and they will assess you, they'll give you lessons and things, and pay up, because it doesn't seem that they'll do the simple option of just allowing people to sit full exams. Instead, there will be a level of subjectivity, and we'll be going to random cities with random teachers to assess us and sit the mini exams, and then, you know, talk to the teacher and then get a grade from that. So definitely not what you would want to see at all. But I mean, can I be surprised? No. I'm definitely assuming that there will be autumn exams, and that is just what they're doing for the second year. Very disappointing, but we move, I suppose. Time to dish out the money. And one of the reasons why I didn't book until hearing of the result, and I still haven't booked yet, is that after seeing the last news, if there was optional exams, we'd all be able to sit them in our sixth forms, and then we wouldn't need to pay to go to somewhere else and book there. And also the cancellation fees were like £120. So I thought, why would I book on Friday and then have to pay £120 on Monday because of the cancellation fees? But now it seems with this article, you know, the exam centres can charge their late fees, and AQA is saying that they'll refund them. But considering the money that the exam centres are actually using, they are not charging the bare minimum. They are charging whatever they want to charge for the exam. So I read that some of the late fees are literally double or triple the price that it was on Friday. So this is not good, and I really hope that there'll be some provision, because this is literally going to stop people from being able to sit the exams. And I'm very disappointed to see this, because, you know, it's already a barrier, and to just put like £1,000 on exams is not good. And also another exam centre that I called, when I was asking them about the fees and stuff, they were kind of getting a bit riled up. But, you know, I'm just here asking my questions about their profit. It's a business. But they were saying that with the mini exams, there would be additional costs, so £200 more, £180 more. So it's just very much taking my money, and it just doesn't sit right with me. But I think this is likely the only choice we have now. I'm really disappointed, but what can you expect from this government? And yeah, I really hope that everyone is okay. Like, don't let this money stop you from getting the grades that you want, because, you know, an investment in your future, and hopefully by the time you've done the exam, you can get into university and have the benefits of it then. But, you know, if people were to wait for the autumn exams and just apply the next year, then I would understand that as well. But yeah, I think the fees will have to be lowered for it to be moral. Also, with the exam centres, if AQA and the exam boards are still charging them extra, then, you know, they still need to make their profit, and they might have to employ more people, because people actually be having to have meetings and things like that to determine someone's grade. So yeah, it's just gotten a lot more subjective than it should be, than, you know, just sitting 6 exams that were regulated. The mini exams are very likely to be done with private candidates and recent candidates, homeschooled people, like old people that are taking their exams and want to do it. So it's disappointing, but it's fine. Hopefully we'll get through this, and I hope that you're all okay. And I think it's really good to go on Twitter and to use hashtags at all of the people at Gavin Williamson, Ofcall, AQA, OCR, all of these people, because, you know, through doing that we managed to get Edexcel to waiver their late fees and OCR to waiver their late fees, but AQA is still holding on to their will refund it. But they probably won't, and, you know, the exam centres are still having to charge their own fee. They have their own refunding policies. Overall, as you can see, I'm quite down about this, but hopefully it'll be okay, and we'll all just get the grades that we need, and it won't be that stressful. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!